Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to Championship Week for the K12 Esports League. I'm Dustin Owens, your co-host and co-coordinator for the K12 Esports League, along with Robbie Menegdeg, the program manager here with the K12 Esports League. Tonight, we are going to see two teams that have deserved and managed to get into this spot
Mhm.
for tonight, Robbie.
Oh, absolutely. Cannot wait. As Dustin did just mention, it is championship week for us here at the K12 Esports League. It has been a long season, 6 weeks of regular season. We're now in our third week of playoffs for the K12 Esports League fall season 2025. We have seen teams rise, we've seen teams fall, and now we get to crown a champion tonight between the K12 PEA Alpha Wolves or the VAVA Luminaries team. So we got our K-12 private schools going at it against the Virginia Virtual Academy School. Cannot wait to see this one actually happen. We're almost ready for that here, it looks like. But off stream, third, fourth place matchup, we do have the VAVA Secretaries going up against Dustin. Do you remember off the top of your head? The Kava Bears
Yeah.
one team. That is right. So third, fourth place, either the VAVA Secretaries team or Kava will take that one. And then again, crowning a champion here today between the K12 PEA Alpha Wolves and the VAVA Luminaries. Cannot wait. Quick plug as well on our Twitch live stream right now. We also have the Valorant matchup going on between Wava and Vava as well. So Vava playing very, very well this season. That is going to be an absolute banger. So as soon as we do wrap up here, I'm going to be heading over there to watch that one finish out. But I cannot wait for tonight. How are you feeling, Dustin? Excited?
I'm feeling very, very good. These two teams, like I said, they've definitely earned this spot. Shout out to K12
Hmm.
PEA. They're currently on an undefeated win streak for the entire season, including playoffs. Obviously, the Viva Luminaries coming in with a solid 7-1 record. Going back through the history and everything, we streamed this matchup in week one of the regular season,
Mm,
and the Viva Luminaries did lose to K12 PBA, so that is the only loss that they have so far for the season. And I can't wait to see this rematch. It's going to be totally different to be able to go back and look to see what they did in week one versus all the way in week nine with championships. So yeah, we're definitely excited. The
mhm.
players are just kind of getting a quick warm up in at the moment, and then we're just going to go right into the gameplay once they get ready to go. So, Robbie, is there anything else that you wanted to say prior to the match getting started?
I don't think so. As always, I can shout out what we have coming up for the rest of the week, right? So again, tonight we have our Super Smash Bros. Championship game gonna be right here on the YouTube Live, and of course I already mentioned, but on our Twitch stream we will have Valorant tomorrow night. We're crowning a champion for Marvel Rivals. Again, that'll be live on our Twitch channel on Wednesday. We're going to be crowning a couple of chess champions and some Rocket League champions as well. And then we're going to end off the week with an absolute banger Fortnite on Thursday. Cannot wait for those varsity lobbies. Our players have been playing out of their mind on Fortnite recently. So cannot wait for the rest of the week. I believe we're just about ready as well for our match to officially start. So one more time, going to shout out our two teams, K12 PEA Alpha Wolves with a flawless season thus far, going up against the Vava Luminaries, whose only loss was to this other team in week number one, as Dustin kind of alluded to just a few moments ago. Going to be very interested and excited to see how these teams have evolved from what we saw in week one all the way to now, week number nine. They've had 2 whole months to get better as teammates, get better on their characters, and cannot wait to see how this one plays out. I do remember how K12 PEA did take that one in week number one, now that you mentioned it, Dustin. So it's going to be exciting, and I believe that we are going to get started here.
Yeah, and so let's get right into the action for the K12 PEA team. First up, we do have Legend on the pit that we have been used to seeing this season, as well as on the Vava side, we have Dr. Ouija with the iconic Luigi, possibly a Dr. Mario, maybe seeing in some of these later rounds as they come in ready to go for this Vava team. Currently, we have Legend with 41% damage. Dr. Ouija currently sitting at 39%. You're seeing these players are really filling each other out.
Oh,
Really big hit there from Dr. Ouija onto Legend first.
yeah, and uh, for everyone's awareness as well, we actually could have shouted this out already. Dustin and I have approved, and we're very well aware that for the K12 PEA team, there's actually two siblings that share the account of Legend. So we will see one Legend that basically mains the Sora, and the other Legend. Remind me here, Dustin. Do you remember who they main? It is slipping my. Oh, I think it's Sora.
Yes.
Um, so, well, we'll see Legend come up twice in these series, but that is because, again, it's a sibling pair. We know that. We have approved it. No worries there. But to the gameplay, again, very, very even to start us out. Both players sitting at about 120%, both still with all three stocks remaining. As a reminder, everyone, this is crew battles. So
Ooh.
3 players per team, all have 3 stocks apiece. Dr. Ouija with an insane first stock take here in this best of 3 series. So starting off with the VAVA lead is very slim at the moment, but both these players, again, playing out of their minds, and Legend will answer right back. Equalized once again here, Dustin.
Yeah, this is obviously is a very, very close matchup at the moment, which is definitely what you want to see in a championship matchup. These guys have come prepared and are ready to fight their hearts out to see if they can get crowned that first place championship. Dr. Ouija currently on the attack for here for the stage, but Legend able to get back up very quickly and kind of reverse the role here. Dr. Ouija going to have to be careful getting back up to this stage at the moment. Looks like they're going to be able to find that though, and actually get a stock take
Oh
as I'm
my
talking about it, which
goodness.
is huge. Currently a 2 lead for VAVA at the moment, just per stocks. Sitting at 97% though, going to have to be really careful if they want to be able to hold on to those 2 stocks. And as I say that, we get a stock take. Legend coming back on Dr. Ouija, making sure to make this as even as a matchup as possible. Almost really good there for Dr. Ouija to be able to come down. Not quite enough to be able to take Legend out though just yet. And is going to get the uppercut, taking
Oh,
out Legend in round 1. Dr. Ouija from VAVA. VAVA currently ahead by 1 stock. How do we feel just
and
going into this one round, this first fight?
what a first game here in what I hope to be a very long string of games that we'll see here tonight, Dustin. But to end that game, Dr. Ouija, I gotta shout it out. What a shield into the up smash for Luigi, able to take out Legend in that one. Absolutely insane. I did not think that that was going to be enough to fully take down Legend there, as the percentage wasn't super, super high at that moment. But Dr. Ouija knew he's done their homework, and it was enough to take that first game. Up next for the K12 PEA Alpha Wolves will be Asaya coming in on the King DDD. For those of you that are unaware, maybe new viewers here, because it is championship week, again, this is crew battles format. So Dr. Ouija lost 2 stocks in that first game. They are going to jump off the map twice to replicate what they ended with last time. Asaya will be starting this one with 3 stocks. So for Asaya, wanting to keep all 3 going into the next game to even us up at 6 stocks apiece for both teams. But man, Dr. Ouija is on point today, on fire. Played very well that first game.
No, I totally agree. Definitely not sure that I was fully expecting that right off coming with that pit and everything too. But coming off of that, Dr. Ouija coming right into this, currently sitting at 61%, mostly just because of this Asaya King DDD with some of
Oh,
those heavy hits and everything. Gonna have to be careful, and unfortunately is gonna
oh!
find King DDD with that slam down. Asaya coming out on top, keeping all 3 stocks, making this a dead even game at the moment.
And what a start here for us to see from Asaya from the K12 PEA Alpha Wolves. Absolutely, actually gave Dr. Ouija there almost no room to breathe. It was an insane setup as well. Put the spike ball on the side of the map. Dr. Ouija comes up off the recovery. Unfortunately, because it's there, does get hit as well. Sets up Asaya for the rest of the combo, and Asaya will be able to keep all 3 stocks going into this next game, who it looks like will be Permafrost from VAVA. And we saw this Min Min from Permafrost all week last week. Permafrost is absolutely amazing on uh this character. However, a little bit of a different look here from what we saw from last week when they played against the Kava Bears, because Permafrost on this Min Min using that ranged kit quite a lot did not play anybody with nearly as heavy of a range kit as Asaya has on the King DDD. So this one may be a little bit of a stall game. We're just gonna have to see how it plays out here.
For sure. No, I totally agree with that. Min Min having a little bit of that long range, but
Oh,
gonna have to obviously adjust to this King DDD as they come in. So far, doing pretty good, trying to avoid, and actually Asaya
oh.
is gonna take a little bit of a dive, not being able to get back up on the stage. I believe after doing that combo, not sure if. I'm sure that was probably just a mistake in terms of what they were doing at the moment. So unfortunate, but still very much in this is Asaya with 2 stocks, and as I'm speaking, is going to take that stock against Permafrost, making this that even matchup again.
Yeah, unfortunate little misplay there from Asaya for sure on that one. I do believe anyway. But able to equalize, as Dustin just mentioned, is very, very good for Asaya here. And we're seeing this kind of slow, methodical play kind of start to take form here, as we do see Permafrost using that attack, hitting with all angles, and Asaya doing what they can to dodge it as much as possible. Asaya sitting at 122% right now.
Mm.
Not make that 131. Gonna have to play a little bit careful, but what an insane drop actually onto Permafrost there does Asaya do to bring back some momentum for themselves.
And Perma, unfortunately,
Oh,
it was just that spike ball placement coming back down on top of that with the 164% damage that they were at is going to get a stock taken. Permafrost has a little bit of an upper hand with this extra stock, but gonna have to be careful if they want to keep both of these stocks with that heavy hitter King DDD sitting at 106%. Will not take much at all to get knocked off.
Permafrost was a great play there. Thought about dodging right into the hammer, or was going to, but does a last second switch to the left side instead. So both these players actually on fire right now. It's amazing to see. Great spike ball dropping
Mm.
on to Permafrost from Asaya and charging at the hammer. Asaya will get the next stock take. We are equalized 1 stock apiece once again. The only advantage here for Permafrost has they have Asaya at 71%. This is coming down to the wire.
Yeah, and honestly, just kind of holding our breath at the moment, trying to see who's going to do what. 86, 110% for Asaya. Permafrost has a chance if they get the right hit off, and that's not going to be quite enough to get them off. But Asaya going to have to be really, really careful if they want to be able to hold on to this one.
Absolutely. One more, I think, from Permafrost, and that will be them taking the game. Asai gonna have to be careful, as Dustin did just mention, not to get hit by this. Great shield coming out of Asai here, doing what they can to slowly
Mm.
creep up. Will get a hit. Edge guard opportunity here now for Asaya. Both players able to recover. Great plays by both of them. The little whiff from both players as well. Great grab coming out from Permafrost. We actually haven't seen any grabs up until that point in this game, so a great change in the gameplay toward the end of this one coming in from Permafrost.
Oh, and a
King
big
DDD gonna
hit.
hold that, but somehow Permafrost gets through it and will end that one with, as Dustin mentioned, a big hit. This puts the VAVA Luminaries team up by 1 stock here in this set number 1.
It's so crazy. This is the kind of excitement that you want to see in a championship matchup. That each round so far has been so close to call. Really, really going to have to, or going to be interested to see how this final one wraps up. We do have 1v. I believe we also have the other legend waiting in the wings. So looks like we are going to see the other legend come in. Probably most likely on that Sora, but who knows if they have an additional character within their repertoire to be able to come in and combat this Min Min for this final stock take, knowing that Mono Aether is as versatile as they are, most likely going to come in on the hero, but not 100% positive as to what they'll pick for this round.
For sure. Mono Aether, we know that player pretty well at this point. They are very versatile. They have a lot of characters in their repertoire of people that they can use. So I'm excited to see what Mono does pull out if we do see them. Permafrost, of course, has an insane opportunity to keep their one stock and knock out either Woomvi or Legend, as we know that there are 4 players for the K12 PEA Alpha Wolves, so one of them is a substitute, and it's the same thing actually for the VAVA Luminaries with Eels. I'm assuming not in the lobby because there is a cap, but we will see Sora on Legend, sibling number 2 here, as their anchor.
And just as a reminder, with that permafrost only having one stock remaining, they will have to take off those 2 stocks before officially starting this matchup. But with that being said, Sora coming in for K12 PEA has 3 stocks to see what they can do to keep K12 PEA from losing round 1.
And before we get into the action, I want everyone to keep a keen eye on how Legend on this Sora, sibling number 2, does use all 3 of the abilities, the fire, the ice, and the lightning. They're very good with swapping, knowing when to use the correct element, I guess, coming out, right? But Permafrost starting super hot on this one. Already has Legend up to 48%, equalized basically right away. Legend, of course, does have this huge advantage with their 3 stocks over 1, and not not stepping off the gas at all. Will get a huge hit. Permafrost will get sent very deep and will be unable to recover onto the stage. We're going to be seeing a final game here in set number 1. Both players 3 stocks apiece. This is what you want to see in a championship game. Absolutely amazing.
Absolutely. We're going to have 3 stocks, each player relatively fresh coming into round 1. Going to be very exciting as this whole matchup has been so far. It would not shock me to see a round 3 going into tonight with how well each of these teams are playing so far.
And, of course, all of the players are going to want to end this in 2 sets as opposed to 3. Selfishly, though, I think both Dustin and myself want to see this go the entire distance. Legend on the Sora for the K12 PA Alpha Wolves, Mono Aether on the Hero for the VAVA Luminaries. Winner of this game does decide the winner of set 1. Let's get into it.
We're going to come out. Looks like Legend's going to get the first couple hits, followed by Mono quickly being able to follow that up, being able to get that damage. Legend with a pretty decent hit with the stock, or with the damage onto Mono. But Mono kind of able to get back up on the stage and kind of reverse the role here with Legend being on the edge. Very quickly.
What an interesting matchup this is going to be here. Sorry, Dustin. What an interesting matchup this is going to be here, as both players kind of use. Hero for sure uses the magic, and in a way, Sora does as well. So it's going to be an interesting one, as they're going to feel each other out here for this first little bit for sure. Both players sitting at about 80%, so pretty equal at the moment, although Legend does get a huge hit onto Mono Aether. Mono Aether has to be very, very careful here. The snooze does come out, not quite far enough. Great ice hit from Legend on this Sora. Will be able to use that and convert it into the first stock take of this final game of set number 1, but answered right away by Mono Aether. Both players now 2 stocks equalized here.
For sure.
Insane.
Yeah, very quickly. And again, it's just this competitiveness of each of these teams, keeping it so close to the wire. Really going to be hard to tell who's gonna take this round 1, and very excited for the remainder of this. But with that being said, Mono currently at 52% with some good blocks there against that Thundaga from the Sora. Legend keeping on the gas as well. This volley back and forth.
Yeah, Legend is playing at a very fast pace and actually converting on a lot of their hits as well. Finally, Mono Aether will get some momentum back onto their side. Hocus Pocus coming out from Mono Aether, going to make them a little bit faster here. Uh, and we'll see if they're able to make anything happen out of this one. As it's still active, will time out, so nothing huge coming out of it. Both players sitting just at about 105%. And what a dodge into the side smash from Legend. Will take that stock from Mono Aether. Mono Aether down to their final one. Legend does have to play careful here
Mm,
and equalized right away. Final stock, set number 1. Unreal.
literally coming down to the last stock for each of these players. 23%, 39%. This is going back and forth so much. It's truly going to come down to whoever has the final hit available in their arsenal. And I can't wait to see the outcome of just a round one.
Absolutely. And a little bit of an advantage here for Mono Aether on this hero as Legend is sitting at 88%, able to make an insane recovery back onto the stage. That was amazing to see. But again, Legend now at 103% has to play very careful. One solid hit from Mono Aether, and that will be the game. Good dodging back and forth from both players. Legend able to get the conversion though. Another great shield into another conversion for Legend, bringing the momentum back into their favor. This is again coming down to the wire. Mono Aether now at 84%. Legend at 103, and Legend with a side smash at 84% will win the first set here for the K12 PEA Alpha Wolves. Mono Aether dodging right into it, unfortunately for the VAVA Luminaries team. What an insane, insane first set here, Dustin.
It was crazy, and honestly, like these players definitely have that mastery in some ways of each of their characters in terms of when to use that magic and everything. Legend doing some really good shielding and everything to try to avoid some of those bigger explosion abilities from the hero kit and everything. Also coming back with some of that Thundaga, making it a little harder for Mono, I think, to kind of be within the edge and not get hit as well. Made a huge difference in terms of being able to put the damage on and be able to get that last stock take. Crazy to be able to sit at 103% and be able to still take that final stock from Mono. Great first round coming out from K12 PEA and both teams as competitive as this is. Coming into round two, I really truly have no clue what to expect. Will we see some of these same heroes or characters come in, or is there going to be any kind of strategy switch ups to where they may try to counter something? They could just stick with their gut and kind of go with their best players. I think honestly a safe bet either way in this matchup.
Absolutely. And real quick before we get started, I got to shout out Mono Aether and Legend sibling on Sora specifically. It is championship day. This is for the crown here, right? And so a lot of implications on the line. When we get to this point in the season, there is quite a lot of nerves that can hit our players. Both Mono and Legend, though, playing on fire, not letting the pressure get to them at all. Almost, I feel like there was no mistakes from either player, being Legend and Mono Aether in that final game. They both just played out of their minds. Legend able to just slightly edge out Mono and take that first set. What I'm seeing from everyone, honestly, in the lobby is incredible.
Absolutely. These players, like I said, they're playing their hearts out. They're doing what
Mm,
they're here to do. They're trying to wrap up. They're trying to get that championship this season, and most likely going to try to continue that momentum even going into our winter season. Which quick shout out to that. We're going to be starting pretty much right
mhm.
after winter break, coming back on January 12th. So definitely don't miss that action. We got some different surprises coming in, even from the Smash side and everything. But before we get into any of that, we're actually going to be cutting back over here to the action as we have K12 PEA Woomvi coming in on the Pokemon Trainer versus Mono Aether again on the Hero starting out for the VAVA team.
Yeah, and shout out to K12 PEA, always making sure that all the players on this Alpha Wolves team do get a shot to play. And I mean, it works out when you have four players that all are at this level of play, very high caliber players, all four of them. So it's just incredible to see, right? But we will see Woomvi on this Pokemon trainer. We've seen them play on this a couple times actually, and they are pretty solid. They have mastery of not only the Ivysaur that we're seeing them on now, but also the Squirtle and the Charizard. Unfortunately, little connection error does come in for us here. Ladies and gentlemen, it does happen. Nintendo Online is not the best thing in the world. Really wish it was on par with like Xbox Live and the PlayStation Network. But what we're gonna do here, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, of course, we are gonna miss this first game, but we're gonna go to a quick be back soon screen. We'll be back with game number two, and we will update everybody on how this one does play out. So thank you for your patience on this one. It happens. It is what it is. But we'll be back.
Yeah, and the main thing is the players, just as a heads up, even though we disconnected, they did not. So they are still in their matchup,
Mhm.
being able to play this thing out. So we will update you on that as soon as possible. We'll be back soon. All right, and we are back. We apologize for that. Again, the players did finish out that first fight, and Mono did come out on top, only losing one stock coming in, and is now going to be against Asaya on this King DDD stage, still currently final
Yeah,
destination.
correct. And so it'll be a little bit of a different look having no platforms. On Final Destination as opposed to Small Battlefield, but I'm not expecting to see too many switches of the characters, honestly, just because of that. What an amazing read there by Asaya. That was awesome. But Mono started this one out hot, able to use the kaboom, sent Asaya right up to
Ooh.
40%. And now, after things have continued to go for the last 45-ish seconds, Mono Aether at a percent lead right now. 150 for Asaya, 76. Make that 91 for Mono Aether. Both players in this last one hit territory. Great dodge by Mono. Will be able to also get the side smash off onto Asaya, equalizing the stock counts here. So 2 stocks for Asaya, 2 stocks for Mono Aether. Mono Aether has to be careful though, as King DDD is a heavy hitter.
Yeah, and what I'm seeing come out of Mono, a couple different moves there before that first stock take was taken with that spike ball, being able to use that actually against Asaya. Very, very smart
Oh,
move. Asaya is going to come in and get a stock, though, off of Mono, bringing Mono down to one stock. Asaya currently still at two stocks for the K12 PEA team.
and of course, just thinking about crew battles format, right? Asaya's going to want to take this stock without losing another one so that they are not at as big of a disadvantage going into the next game. And of course, Mono Aether going to try their best to just straight up win this game.
Again, at 114%, Hero definitely not a joke. Actually, that was a bit, a bit of a volley there with that spike ball. Mono hitting it back, and then obviously Asaya being able to kind of gobble that up and spit it back out. Not going to hit any damage, but kudos to both of these players for having that awareness of the spike ball, being able to go back and forth, trying to get that damage in. Again, Asaya on 154% now. Mono looking to get this next stock take, and I was
Oh,
waiting
that
to
was their
see.
opportunity.
I was waiting to see if that was going to happen. Not quite, just not quite yet. Asaya trying to avoid Hero as much as possible.
Good shield into a combo from Mono Aether. Mono Aether not letting Asaya do very much at all in this game. Currently at 66%. We are 3 minutes basically in this one. Charging up this
Mm.
hammer here is Asaya and able to time it out. And get the final stock take onto Mono Aether. Shoutouts to Asaya for that one because they were so high up on the percentage. They were very close to losing that second stock. So able to keep 2 stocks going into the next game is going to be huge for them and this K12 PEA Alpha Wolves team. Reminder, everyone, this is a best of 3 series. K12 PEA did win the first set, so if they win this one, they are crowned our champions. VAVA will need to win this one and the next one to be crowned our champions.
Yeah, I think Asaya was able to kind of use some of that airlift time that King DDD is able to do to kind of really assess like what next step he really needed to or they needed to come out with in order to be able to take that last stock. Being at 182% is crazy. They were able to avoid the onslaught of Mono coming in, but with that being said, Asaya is going to have to take off at least the one stock before committing to fighting this permafrost. And here we go with fight number 3 in this round 2 series.
Yeah, fight number 3, 5 stocks right now for K12 PA Alpha Wolves in this set. 6 stocks currently for the VAVA Luminaries. Permafrost on this min. Again, going up against this King DDD from Asai. It's going to be a little bit of the stall game. A little bit less. It's going to be faster than what we probably saw on Small Battlefield just because there are no platforms. So they are going to have to, feel each other out a little bit in this one and then, really put their game plan into effect. But with no platforms, these range attacks, there's not a whole lot to help you dodge them, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Perma kind of stuck on this edge right now with Asaya doing some of the spike ball, and is going to get a huge hit there from Asaya. Not quite enough to be able to take Perma off of the map just yet, but Perma going to have to be really careful with this edge guard. Is able to avoid the huge hit there off of Asaya, able to kind of get their ground and start initiating some of the damage again. But huge hit coming from Asaya off
Wow.
of the stage is going to take a stock off of Permafrost. Asaya currently sitting at 92%. Curious to see if they're going to have a stock removed.
Almost, yeah, almost equalized here. Saya does have to play pretty careful at this
Mm,
point, beating at 130. And of course, Caster Curse, as we're talking about that, Asaya will get that stock taken off. So we are equalized at percentage, 0 apiece, but an advantage here for Permafrost and the VAVA Luminaries, with Permafrost at 2 stocks against Asaya's 1 stock here in this one. One thing I noticed right away here, Dustin, is the matchup here for Asaya going up against
ooh,
Permafrost as opposed to the Mono Aether, as Asaya gets another crazy charge hammer hit onto Permafrost, able to take that stock. But as I was kind of saying, this matchup here, the King DDD against the Min Min, working out a lot better for Asaya. Just a lot more comfortable in this matchup than what I saw of Asaya versus Mono Aether on the hero. So Asaya playing super, super well in this one here. We're equalized 1 stock apiece. And this is an insane finals. We're only in set 2. We're not even at the final game here yet, Dustin. It's going to be an insane rest of the night. I'm hoping to see that 3rd set come out.
no, I totally agree. Asaya currently at 95%, but working their way into Permafrost up at 79%. Going to have to be careful of
Oh,
any other big hits in this. Asaya doing a really good job using that spike ball to their advantage to really create space, and is going to get a
wow.
huge hit on Perma and take Perma out, leaving Vava with only 3 stocks with Dr. Ouija coming in. King DDD coming in with 1 stock, with 3 stocks still remaining from Legend. So K12 PEA has an opportunity and the advantage currently coming into round or into this next fight. This could be game.
We are at match point here for K12 PEA, as Dustin did just mention. We do have, I believe, Dr. Ouija coming in here for the VAVA Luminaries team. Going to do what they can to keep their team alive and send us to a 3rd set. But 3 stocks left here for the VAVA Luminaries, 4 total for the K12 PA Alpha Wolves. And that is a scary thought if you are a part of the VAVA Luminaries team, as Saya playing super good on this King DDD. Has only 1 stock left though, but you know waiting in the wings is either a Legend Sora or a Legend Pit, whoever they do decide to send out here. So Dr. Ouija, a little bit of a mountain to climb here, knowing again that Legend is waiting in the wins for them. But we'll see how well Asaya can do here in this one to set their teammate up for the most amount of success to take home the K12 Esports League fall season 2025 Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Championship. We are into this one. Both players sitting at about 40-ish% at the moment. Very equal here at the start of this one. Of course, there's just that stock advantage here for Dr. Ouija, but Asaya with a huge grab, able to get about 30 more percent up onto Dr. Ouija. Something we did not see Asaya do all last game is throw out that grab. So again, very good
Ooh.
on these players, able to, oh my goodness, switch up their gameplay on the fly, but an amazing fly up into the drop from Asaya will take the 1st stock away from Dr. Ouija. So now we are looking at a stock advantage for the K12P Alpha Wolves of 4-2 at the moment. Again, Dr. Ouija with a mountain to climb, and Asaya is not letting them breathe. Excuse me, I can't breathe myself. Already at 88%. Again is Dr. Ouija. Asaya playing out of their minds, does not want us to see a 3rd set. They want to finish it out here.
Yeah, Dr. Ouija, I was going to originally say was going to have to be really strategic in terms of being able to keep those stocks, but is actually going to find 2 stocks taken away, coming down to their final stock with Asaya at 99%. On their final stock, can Dr. Ouija, mountain to climb is definitely an understatement with 1 stock, with somebody with 3 stocks in the wings. However, Dr. Ouija has the opportunity with this 121%, but Asaya is not letting off the gas at the moment. and it's gonna be so close. One hit from Dr. Ouija against Asaya might send him flying, but I could say the same for Asaya against Dr. Ouija. The right hit is gonna send whoever next flying. We are about to find out if we're gonna continue on into this match or into this round, or with Dr.
Wow!
Ouija and a big hit, not quite enough to take it off though. Asaya coming back, and then
And there, that will do it.
yeah, and
Oh my
Dr. Ouija
goodness.
able to find that hit against Asaya with one stock, 4 VAVA remaining. Legend going to be coming in with 3 stocks. K12 PEA looking in the upside at the moment.
Absolutely. But what an ending there from Dr. Ouija. Luigi is such an interesting Smash Bros. Character. They hit very, very hard, and you wouldn't actually know it, but there's a threshold for percentages. And Luigi, as soon as you hit that certain threshold, there's like I believe it's 3 to 4 specific moves that will send anyone packing, and Dr. Ouija able to find that one there to send us to a final game. Oh my goodness. It is not impossible here for Dr. Ouija, but it is going to be a very, very tough fight coming up against a 3 stock legend. K12 PEA still on match point here. If Dr. Ouija can take this game from them, we'll be seeing a set number 3. But man, that was absolutely wild, Dustin. Wow.
And obviously, you're coming into the first round on small battlefield with Dr. Ouija and Legend. We know what that matchup was capable of. Obviously, each player went down to their final stocks and everything. So Dr. Ouija, yes, coming in with one stock is at a disadvantage, but nothing is ever impossible. For those cheering on Vava, having faith in Dr. Ouija to get this thing done. For those in the chat for K12 PEA, obviously wanting Legend to be able to overcome Dr. Ouija and take this. But man, what a matchup tonight with how close these fights have been.
Absolutely. And here we go. What could be the final game tonight? Legend on the Dark Pit this time against Dr. Ouija. It is not impossible for Dr. Ouija, as I mentioned, but they're going to have to play perfectly to win this one, being down to their final stock. Legend on this Dark Pit with a full 3. And we know that on this pit, Dark Pit, Pit, whatever it is for Legend, they can play very well on both of them. Again, Dr. Ouija is going to have to play perfectly, and starting out super hot is Legend. Dr. Ouija already at 62% here. Make that 74. Great down B though from the Dr. Ouija will come out, get some momentum on their side, but Legend able to flip it back right away. Now at 125%. Was Dr. Ouija, but that hit will convert into enough for Legend again on that Dark Pit and Pit. Very, very interesting, unique character to play against. Has some really, really hard hitting moves. Also very versatile as far as their movement as well. Man, Dustin, I cannot believe how insane all of these matches were today. Sorry, all these games were today in this championship match of the K12 PEA Alpha Wolves going up against the VAVA Luminaries team. But, ladies and gentlemen, with K12 PEA Alpha Wolves being on match point and Legend taking that final stock away.
Absolutely. I have no doubt that we're going to see these teams coming back for more in our winter season lineup. Just as a quick shout out to obviously this matchup with the Secretaries and the Kava Bears team one. Kava Bears team one coming in third place, with that fourth place being the Vava Secretaries. So awesome job to the players, to the coaches for helping throughout the season, getting these players organized and in these matchups. We can't do it without you all, including the parents and anybody that's supporting when they y'all come in and watch these streams or just being a part of your players' lives. Thank you so much. And we can't wait to see you again next season. We're going to be coming back on tomorrow night with our Twitch channel to be able to do Marvel Rivals. One thing I had mentioned earlier with Smash specifically is actually if you join us back next season, you might see us on the first week, but we've actually been fortunate enough to continue some of these partnerships with some of the universities that have been helping stream. And I can very appreciative say that Concord University out of West Virginia is going to be streaming some of our Smash matchups moving forward into the winter season. So I can't wait for some of the analytics to come in and being able to see some different casters and faces on board. So we appreciate everybody within the universities that we've partnered with. University of Idaho, Loyola University, and Radford University so far this season have been amazing. And University of Idaho is streaming our Valorant matchup right now. If you're interested in being able to go over to that Twitch channel, I believe Vava and Wava just finished up round one, if I'm not mistaken, with Vava on top, currently up by one. So definitely still more action to come on that matchup as well.
Close us out here. Again, Dustin already mentioned it, but I got to shout it out as well. Shout out to all of our players, our coaches for sure, and then shout out to our parents, guardians, learning coaches, anybody that supports your kid. I actually see a couple of y'all in the YouTube chat today, so shout out to you. Thank you for allowing your student to play with us. Thank you for supporting them in what they are passionate about. We love to see it. Esports is a real thing. It is only growing every single day, and so it is amazing that you are a part of this as well. But to close us out here today, I know I said I was only going to shout it out one more time, but congrats again to the K12 PEA Alpha Wolves, our fall season 2025 champions. Hats off to you. As Dustin mentioned, our Valorant stream is currently still up. VAVA up 1-0 over WAVA. We'll see you guys tomorrow night on the Twitch channel for Marvel Rivals, Wednesday for Rocket League, and ending off our championship week here at the K12 Esports League will be Fortnite on Thursday. I cannot wait for the rest of the action this week. Hopefully, we will see y'all there, and if not, we will definitely see you at the start of the winter season. Thank you all again. We hope you have an amazing rest of your Monday and a fantastic rest of your week.
We'll see you soon.